Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Peace with the plan. Today I want to talk about something that's been on my heart for a long time, something that I believe can change the way we live, the way we look at ourselves, and the way we view the world. It's about finding peace with the plan. Now, you might be thinking, what does it mean to have peace with the plan? What does that even look like? I'll tell you, it's about understanding that life is full of twists and turns, challenges and obstacles. We all have our dreams, our hopes, and sometimes those dreams get interrupted. Sometimes life doesn't turn out the way we planned, and when it doesn't, it can feel like we're walking down a road we never signed up for. We often find ourselves asking questions when life doesn't go according to our plans. We wonder why things don't happen the way we imagined, or why the path we thought was certain takes expected turns. The discomfort of not knowing what's ahead can feel overwhelming, but what if the unknown wasn't something to fear? What if it was something to embrace? Trusting the journey means accepting that life's path isn't linear, and it's not meant to be. So often we want to control every outcome, to map out every step of our journey. We look for certainty, stability, and guarantees. But the truth is, the greatest growth happens in the moments where we don't know what's coming next. It's in those moments that we learn to trust not just the process, but also ourselves. We learn to rely on our inner strength, on our ability to navigate the challenges we face, even when the way forward seems unclear. When we trust the journey, we shift from a mindset of resistance to one of acceptance. Instead of fighting against the unknown, we learn to flow with it. We stop demanding immediate answers and allow ourselves the space to experience life as it comes. It doesn't mean we don't plan or have goals. It simply means we acknowledge that life may have a plan for us that we can't see yet. And that plan may be far better than anything we could have imagined for ourselves. Trusting the journey means accepting setbacks as part of the process, understanding that delays, detours, or failures aren't signs that we're lost. They're just part of the map. They are lessons in disguise, teaching us what we need to know, shaping us into who we need to become. It can be hard when we feel like we're not getting anywhere, when we feel stuck or frustrated, but in those moments we must remember that every step, no matter how small, is moving us forward. Trusting the journey also means being kind to ourselves when things don't go as planned. It's easy to fall into self-doubt or self-criticism when we feel off course, but we must remember that these moments of uncertainty are temporary. What matters is that we keep moving forward, even if we don't always know exactly where we're headed. The journey, in all its unpredictability, is still shaping us, helping us grow, and guiding us toward a future we might not yet fully understand, but will one day appreciate. Our peace is not found in having all the answers. It's found in the acceptance of uncertainty and in learning how to navigate life's challenges without needing every detail to be laid out. We often seek certainty because it gives us a sense of control, and control makes us feel secure. But when we cling too tightly to the need for answers, we miss the opportunity to find peace in the process itself. The truth is, life is unpredictable, and the more we try to control every outcome, the more anxious and unsettled we become. We can't control the twists and turns, the surprises, or the moments that throw us off balance. But we can control how we respond to those moments. Peace comes when we stop fighting the unknown and begin to accept it. It comes when we let go of our need to have everything figured out and start embracing the journey for what it is: unpredictable, imperfect, but full of potential. Finding peace in uncertainty doesn't mean giving up on goals or resigning ourselves to passivity. It doesn't mean we shouldn't plan, hope, or dream. It means that we acknowledge there will always be things beyond our control, and that's okay. Instead of resisting life's uncertainty, we can learn to lean into it. We can learn to trust that even without knowing every outcome, we are still capable of moving forward, growing, and finding purpose. When we choose peace in the face of uncertainty, we free ourselves from the constant pressure of having to know what comes next. We allow ourselves to experience life as it unfolds, without the burden of perfectionism or the need for guarantees. This peace allows us to stay grounded, to remain present, and to respond with grace when things don't go according to plan. The discomfort of uncertainty will always be there, but it doesn't have to dominate our lives. We don't have to have all the answers to feel peace. Instead, we can trust that even in the unknown, we are exactly where we're meant to be. And as we move through the ups and downs of life, we learn that peace is not about having control over everything, it's about trusting the process. Even when the way forward isn't clear, W often place a lot of pressure on ourselves to be perfect, to get everything right, to never stumble or fall. We look around and see others who seem to have it all together and we think, I should be like that. I should be better. But here's the truth, perfection doesn't exist, and chasing after it can actually hold us back from becoming the people we're meant to be. True strength doesn't come from flawless performance. It doesn't come from never making mistakes or always meeting the expectations we set for ourselves. Real strength comes from the ability to keep going when things get tough, to stand up again after we've fallen. It comes from resilience, the ability to push through even when things aren't going our way, even when we feel like we've failed. When we face setbacks, we can either let them define us or we can choose to rise from them. Life is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to handle it. We all face challenges, some big, some small, but it's how we respond to them that matters. Every time we pick ourselves up after a fall, we grow stronger. Every time we continue moving forward, even when the road gets rough, we build resilience. Resilience isn't about never feeling weak or vulnerable. It's about embracing those moments of difficulty and using them as opportunities to grow. It's about knowing that we don't have to be perfect, that we don't have to have all the answers, and that it's okay to stumble. What matters is that we get back up, learn from the experience, and keep going. The pressure to be perfect can be overwhelming, but if we redefine strength as the ability to keep moving forward despite imperfections, we start to realize that we're stronger than we think. We all have weaknesses, flaws, and moments of doubt, but those things don't define us. What defines us is our ability to keep trying, to keep showing up, and to keep pursuing what matters to us. Resilience is built in the moments where we least expect it, in the tough times, in the struggles, and in the moments when we feel like giving up. But those are the very moments where we can choose to rise, to continue, and to turn our setbacks into stepping stones. When we embrace our imperfections and learn from them, we find that the strength we need to keep moving forward has always been inside UES.life, has a way of surprising us, of steering us in directions we never expected. We all have dreams, goals, and plans for how we envision our future, and when things don't go according to that vision, it's easy to feel lost, frustrated, or like we've somehow failed. But what if the road you're on, the one that's different from what you originally imagined, is actually the one you're meant to be on all along? Surrendering to the plan doesn't mean giving up on our dreams or losing our sense of direction. It means understanding that we don't have to have all the answers right away. It means trusting that even when things aren't unfolding the way we expected, they are unfolding in the way that will ultimately serve us. The plan is often greater than what we can see in the moment. When we fight against it, we create resistance and frustration. But when we choose to surrender, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new lessons, and new opportunities we never even imagined. Sometimes we spend so much time trying to control every aspect of our lives that we forget to leave room for the unexpected. We try to control how things should unfold, and in doing so, we miss out on the beauty of life's natural flow. Surrendering doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up hope. It means accepting that we can't control everything and that some things are beyond our understanding. It means letting go of the need to control every detail and having faith that no matter what happens, we are still on the right path. The plan may not always be easy to see in the moment, but that doesn't mean it's not there. Life's twists and turns often lead us to places we never thought we'd go. And while it may not always be comfortable, those experiences are what shape us. Trusting the process means having the faith to move forward without knowing exactly where we're headed, but trusting that every step is taking us closer to who we're meant to become. When we surrender to the plan, we allow ourselves to be open to growth. We learn to embrace uncertainty instead of fearing it. We stop fighting against the current and start swimming with it, knowing that the journey will unfold exactly as it should. Life's true beauty lies in the unpredictability of it all. And when we allow ourselves to surrender to that uncertainty, we give ourselves the space to grow into something greater than we ever expected. That within each of us is a wellspring of strength, though it often takes time to realize it. We face challenges in life that test us, sometimes to our very limits. During these times, we may feel like giving up, like we don't have what it takes to keep going. But the truth is, the strength we need is already inside us. It's not something we need to search for outside ourselves or wait for someone else to give us. It's built into who we are. And sometimes it takes facing our toughest moments to truly understand how strong we can be. When life feels heavy, when we face obstacles that seem insurmountable, it's easy to feel weak. It's easy to think that we can't go on, that the weight of everything is too much. But it's precisely in those moments of struggle that we tap into a deep reservoir of resilience we didn't even know we had. Our strength doesn't show up in the easy times. It shows up when we face adversity and choose to move forward anyway. It's not about never feeling doubt or fear. It's about choosing to keep going even when those feelings are present. The strength within us is often quiet, subtle, and hidden behind the noise of life's challenges. It's the voice that whispers, you can do this, when everything else is telling you to stop. It's the courage to take one more step, even when you're unsure where it leads. It's the persistence to get back up, time and time again, even after setbacks. Strength doesn't mean we have to do everything perfectly or even have all the answers. It simply means having the courage to keep moving forward, to keep showing up for ourselves, even when we feel like we're not enough. In the moments when you feel overwhelmed, remember that you are more capable than you know. Life will challenge you, and it may push you to your limits, but those limits are not the end of your journey. They are the places where your strength grows. We all have moments where we doubt our abilities, but those don't define us. Our ability to push through those doubts, to rise despite them, is what shapes us into the people we are becoming. The strength you need is not something you have to seek outside yourself. It's already within you, waiting for you to tap into it, to trust that you are capable of far more than you ever thought possible. Thanks for watching.